Today's adventure begins in the Green Swamp Wilderness Preserve, East Track, where we will be searching for the Stewart Homestead. The Stewart Homestead was the site of a grisly murder that was performed with an axe back in 1918. On this adventure, we're going to be walking approximately 12 miles round trip, so it's going to take us a while. And hopefully, once we get there, we can find the site of it and bring some great video footage. Come on, let's go on an adventure. Nice welcome sign. Welcome to the Green Swamp Wilderness Preserve, East Track. Here's another one of these big friendly grasshoppers that I've seen on the last couple adventures. Hey, grasshopper. This is the box that everyone should sign into if there's one available. And you can see some trail angels. I've left someone a snack in case someone didn't have a snack. I have snacks with me, so I will be leaving this one for the next one. As you can see, not very many people have been here since 7:10, which is about a week ago. So this is doesn't appear to be heavily used just by the names that are in the book here. So I have added my name to the list, making me officially signed in to this beautiful area of the Green Swamp. What is really special about this part of the Green Swamp is that the Florida National Scenic Trail runs right through here. Florida National Scenic Trail is about 1,100 miles of trail. Just starting along the path here. Back behind me is where I parked at and just headed down this road. These roads were mainly cut for logging way back in the day. And this whole area of the Green Swamp was logged for both pine and turpentine. So a lot of these roads are old logging roads that are coming through here. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunrise through the trees. We have turned off the road that we were walking on, and now we are headed back here into the woods. Those orange blazers that you see, those are marking the trail, letting us know that we're on the Florida Trail, which is a national scenic trail. How cool is this? A lot of people have heard of the Appalachian Trail, and people have heard of the Pacific Coast Trail out west, and even the Continental Divide Trail that runs from Mexico to Canada. But here in Florida, we have the Florida Trail. Just absolutely wonderful. And all of this is free to use. It's all open to the public during most of the year. It's even open to hikers during hunting season. However, I would not recommend being out here during hunting season just because of all the people, and plus let the hunters have their time. But if you are going to be out here during hunting season, you definitely want to make sure that you have your orange blaze on. Here we are at a little fork in the road. We're going to be going on straight. However, there's a lot of these little offshoot trails, and this particular one looks like it's going to take you to Orange Lake if you so desire. I'm still headed north, so I'm not going to be going that way to Orange Lake. That's probably something I'll come back and check out at a later day. We've been walking for a few miles here and come across this bridge. This bridge is a bridge over the Withlacoochee River, of which you see flowing down here. Now this kind of looks like a dock, maybe that you should go out on and take a selfie. However, there is a no trespassing sign there. No trespassing, Southwest Florida Water Management District. So we will respect that. They probably have some sort of equipment in there. Here is some of Florida and its natural beauty. Beautiful Saturday. And as you can see by the orange blazer, we are still on the Florida Scenic Trail. I wonder if this is the path that the late great John Denver was walking down when he came up with the lyrics of Country Road. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, old country roads. Actually, after singing those lyrics, he couldn't have been in the Green Swamp because he didn't mention anything about the Green Swamp. I've been walking for quite some time now, and we're getting about close from my research online and where I think the Stewart Homestead is. We're probably about a mile out from here, maybe a little less than a mile, so get very close. That was a pretty good stretch of road. Over my shoulder you can see how long that particular section was. But we're getting fairly close now. If my calculations are correct and the research I performed is correct and accurate from what I was able to find using old maps on the internet and other things that were available, we should be able to come around this corner here and start looking for the site. I'm not sure how well it's marked. I do know that there are the original tombstones are there. Part of the cabin is there. And so we will be looking to see if we can locate the Stewart Homestead. So this is the corner I was talking about that we're coming around. We're just looking for any markers on the side of the road that would tell us which way this homestead is. There's something up there, but I think that's just going to be a sign that's going to take us, tell us where the next road is that forks off of here. This may or may not be marked very well. They may not want people actually coming out here and vandals and things like that, so we will have to do some looking around. Hopefully it's marked. If not, that's okay. We will look around and see if we can find it. That was the marker that we just saw, and as I suspected, that is just marking a road that you can take and go off to the north. We're actually walking towards the west now. So that's Powder Road. Powder Road takes you north. I'm just mosquitoes out here. That is the state bird of Florida, the mosquito. So I'm just headed down this trail here, looking to see if maybe this is where it's at. And actually, looks like I could have found it. Through the woods there looks to be like a fence what we would call hog wire, and that was something I saw around the homestead, was hog wire. Oh wow, yeah, I think this is it. I just came in on the back side of it here. There's a, definitely this was built to protect whatever that rock is. Looks like to be a placard over here on this rock. Circling around. And here we have it. Here's the sign. This is a sign that says the Stewart Homestead. I'm just going to, I don't want to go in there and disturb anything. Stewart Homestead, the placard reads. Isham and Sarah. Isham born 1860. Sarah born 1845. And both were unfortunately murdered May 19th, 1918. On the bottom it says, axe murdered together in their homestead by Sally's grandson, Joshua Browning, and his friend, John Tucker. So sad. But what a brilliant piece of history this is out in the green swamp. Just absolutely awesome to feel like you're going back in time. This is the gravesite of Mr. and Mrs. Stewart behind me, and I am walking through the woods here because their homestead is still here. Barely standing, but still here. Behind me is the homestead of the Stewarts, and this is where they met their demise when a greedy family member murdered them. And it says that the family member was wanting a new truck, and so Isham, Mr. Stewart, took the money out of the bank because of the pending depression, and he didn't have trust in the bank. So he hid his money here at his house, and word got around that this is where he hid his money at. So John Tucker, friend of the grandson, and the grandson came out and unfortunately took the money and murdered them. What a beautiful piece of history out here in the green swamp. Absolutely wonderful. I'm on the return trip back to where my automobile is parked, which is about 6 miles away. Made pretty good timing coming here with filming and all. Wasn't too bad. Also, I know that it's a little bit overkill, everything that I'm carrying with me. 3 liters of water and some food and snacks and things like that. But I'm getting ready to go on a longer adventure, so I'm just trying to figure out what works right. So on these short adventures, I can fine-tune my bag. In the videos that you see, it's pretty rural out here, and I don't want to dump something just because I overpacked and things like that. So this is a good dress rehearsal, shakedown as they call it. So this adventure, I would say on the difficulty level, depending on how much you're carrying and other factors, I would say it's probably a moderate, just because of the sheer amount of walking that you have to do. This is about a 12-mile round trip by the time I get back. So when you're out here, you don't have any cell phone service. So we need to talk about safety. I hope these videos inspire people to get out and enjoy the beautiful trails in and around Florida, or in and around the United States for that matter. They're beautiful, they belong to the people, and your tax dollars is what maintains them. This particular one is maintained by the state of Florida. They got two divisions. One's the Southwest Florida Water Management District. The other one is the Fish and Wildlife Conservation. But let's talk about safety for a minute. I want these videos to inspire people to get out and enjoy the trails in and around their place, no matter where that may be. But you need to be safe. Out here, I've only seen one other person. That was maybe about a mile into it. But the further out I got, the more I realized that I am out here by myself. So part of the safety that I have is that I'm carrying the Zoleo. I used to carry the Spot X, but now I'm carrying the Zoleo. The Zoleo is a two-way satellite device that I can send messages to people I have using my traditional iPhone. So with that, I can stay in contact with my wife, my mom, friends that are wanting to track me along the way. So it's very nice and convenient to have that via satellite. Some of my videos, from time to time, you'll hear the chirp, 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 chirp. And that is the Zoleo either sending my location or I'm receiving a message off of it. The other piece of gear I carry is the Inmarsat iSat phone. Now, between the two, if I had to pick one or the other, I would take the Zoleo over the Inmarsat, just because the Inmarsat is voice and things, and I find myself, unless I really need to get on a phone call with somebody, then I just text them off the Zoleo. It works out great. But I do like having the Inmarsat, which allows me to call people, and as long as I got a clear view of the southern sky. So they are geostationary satellites that run the Inmarsat. So once you have the signal locked on, you can talk for hours. With the Zoleo, it uses the Iridium satellite network, so they're always moving around, which is nice for the messaging. That way, messages always seem to go through, never a problem with it. And what's neat about the Zoleo is that you use the Zoleo app to do your texting, and if it can get through via cell phone, it will, through cellular data. That it was the Zoleo in the background chirping. Or it can use Wi-Fi, so really it's kind of like the Swiss Army knife for communications. So I really enjoy the Zoleo. The other thing is that when you're out here, you need to ensure that you bring plenty of water. Today the temperature is well into the 90s and probably feels close to 100, if I had to say. So you don't want to get dehydrated out here for sure. Also, I'm hiking in July, so this is what we call the thunderstorm season, and we are in Central Florida, which is the lightning capital of the world. Them and another Central Florida and a country down in South America, they go back and forth. But lightning is nothing to play around with. So make sure you check the weather. Make sure, for all intent and purposes, you're pretty confident that you can get out there and get your hike in and get back to safety or shelter before the thunderstorms come. So just be safe about it, You don't have to have all the gadgets that I have, but for the peace of mind, I like it, and my family, they like it because I can keep them updated along the trail. But get out and explore. This is wonderful. Very relaxing, good exercise, and just a lot of fun. I'm just taking a little break here. Just enjoying nature. Having me a little snack before I head back. That sounds like some rap lyrics there. Having me a snack before I head back. Haven't seen anybody for quite some time. It is hot out here. And I do know for a fact I am sucking down the H2O. Whew. I carry 3 liters with me. And most people say that's overkill. But you never know. You may come across somebody that doesn't have any water. If I can carry it, why not? But I can tell you right now today, I'm going to be interested to see how much water's left in my pack whenever I get back. I think that's another rap lyric there. Snack before I get back, water in my pack before I get back. I may just have a whole rap song done here by the time I get back to my automobile. This is the start of the Withlacoochee River. Actually, it's flowing quite nicely, so this is the tributary maybe of the Withlacoochee River, or is the Withlacoochee River. So that's what the green swamp turns into. All these little areas that don't have a lot of water in it start to come together, start to flow, and the result is this beautiful river here. Here I am. I am back whence I came, and I was able to go out and find the Stewart Homestead. Very, very nice hike here through the Green Swamp Wildlife Management area. This is called the East Track. There's a lot of different entrances into here, and this particular one was off of Rockridge Road. So total walking time, about 4.5, 5 hours of walking. This was a there and back, so that made it nice. I didn't have to have anybody drop me off or pick me up. So I could just enjoy it at my leisure. Now it's hot out here. It got real hot real fast. So there was a lot of water that was consumed. Almost 3 liters of water during this hike. Now along the way there was places a couple places that I could have stopped and filtered water and replenished my bladder bag. But I knew I was getting close to the end here, so I just kept trudging through. Highly recommend this. You don't have to be a hiker to come out and find the Stewart Homestead. You can stay on the main grade roads, and you can ride your bike out there. It'd be a nice bike ride. You probably don't want to do it on a 10-speed road bike, but something like a townie or for sure a mountain bike would be nice. But it would be a nice little ride. Just make sure that you're fully prepared when you come out here. I did not see any restrooms like there are on some trails, the compost and potties as they call them. I didn't see any of those. So just make sure you bring plenty of water, some snacks, check the weather, make sure you're safe. But get out here and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful part of Florida. Until the next adventure, this is Global Bob, signing off.